What's up, everybody? Celtic here back with everybody get those 10s and 20 views. We are in the last division of the AFC. Is the AFC West. This is me grading every team's picks from this year, 2025, by division, by team, by division. We are moving on to the West. This is the last team in the AFC before we move over to the NFC. And let's just jump right into it. We got the Denver Broncos. We need running back, wide receiver, corner, tight end, D line. Denver took a big step forward last year. Not a lot of picks. It pretty much fits on my screen. Starting off with the corner from Texas. And the running back from UCF, University of Central Florida. Illinois' wide receiver, edge from LSU, a edge from Alabama, a punter slash kicker from Florida, and a edge from Utah. Um, to be all, I'm gonna give this a C. Simply put, like I like a lot of their picks. The edge could be great. Wasn't the top corner in the draft though. They grabbed the running back. They they didn't grab Scatterboo. They could have grabbed the guy who had more yards, more things. They grabbed the guy from UFC. I do like the Pat Bryan. That's a good one. The edge from LSU. You doubled up on edges. A kicker in the sixth, and a tight end. So like you probably could have got your kicker here, a tight end here, and then grabbed a kicker in the seventh. But it's just nothing overwhelming. It just looks like a smart draft class, but nothing wrong. So C. Moving on to the defending AFC champions. They need a D line, O line, edge, safety, wide receiver. So it should just be the big boys, and then a secondary. All right, let's see what the Chiefs did. They traded back with the Eagles, picked up a fifth, grabbed an offensive tackle from Ohio State, defensive tackle from Tennessee, edge from Louisville, corner from Cal, wide receiver from Utah State, linebacker from Warner, running back from SMU. Honestly, this pains me to kind of say this is an A draft right here, in my opinion. You drafted a massive need because you got bullied by the Eagles up front, so you grabbed a big time tackle. Then you need to get tougher on the other side of the ball, so you grabbed another big time tackle. Needed your edge rusher. Really good corner for value in the third. Jalen Royals looks like he could be a stud receiver, giving Mahomes more weapons. Good linebacker from Oregon, which is, I think, the trade for the Eagles. And a value pick running back in the seventh round. So yeah, this is an A pick. Not a lot, but it's just like, what was our needs? Offensive lineman, defensive lineman, edge. Why we lost the Super Bowl. Hey, we need more secondary, so our division starting to throw a little better. Let's give Mahomes more weapons. Guys who can hit, guys who can run. That is how you draft. It just sucks because it's the Chiefs and they're going to be good for a while, so which means we have to keep listening to how godlike Patrick Mahomes is. But then again, the NFL has a new gold standard in Shador Sanders. So, moving on to the Las Vegas Raiders, who need running back, wide receiver, corner, O-line, linebacker. The quarterback should also have been on this board. They get Ashton Jeanty, 6th overall pick, fell into his lap. Perfect. Wide receiver from TCU in the second, corner from Iowa, offensive lineman from Texas. Offensive lineman, like I was like not like a specific from Texas, an offensive tackle from William Mary, wide receiver, defensive tackle, another wide receiver, Cam Miller from North Dakota State, and Cody Limbaugh. I like this draft a lot. Like I'm also gonna give the Raiders an A. Like there's a few picks I think they probably could have gone better with. Maybe instead of the second wide receiver here, they gone with like Will Howard. Like Will Howard here. You know, the probably in my opinion the third best quarterback in this draft class. which would give you a young stud running back with a young stud quarterback, but you can't really argue with the receiver. Big guy, big guy. I know I usually rip on the back-to-back knee tackles. That's a depth position, and you're picking in round 4 and 6. So it's kind of like, hey, probably the highest guy on their board at this stage. Another wide receiver. Cam Miller, quarterback. It's one of those things where I'm going to click there. He could turn out to be like, if you're looking at somebody to be that Tom Brady, I know Short Sanders said, like, oh, look at my story, so similar to Tom. No, it's not. The media didn't care about Brady. Cam Miller's more close to that. And then you got a linebacker from Minnesota. So big boy football. Cam Miller, let's see. 6'1", 210. Okay, so same height, same weight as Shador. Just using him as my reference, not insulting. I have no idea what these, like, oh, these are his grades. Win or bust potential. So he should be a middle of the road quarterback, it seems like. 4-year starts, average height, winning games, but can you read defense? Is going to wear. Okay, so strength. Quick to get the ball thrown into release. Better than 4-1 touchdown interception ratio. That's good. Ability to touch the ball, extend the plays. So it reads like, and this is just my opinion, he has a lot of the same strengths and weaknesses as Shador does, but at least with Shador Sanders, he played at Colorado, so he played the higher tier ranking. So he could be really great. He could not be, but you got him late, so there's that. And last but not certainly least, we got the San Diego Los Angeles Chargers. Need a tight end, wide receiver, D-line, running back, and edge. So I need to fix their D-line. That's it. But let's see. First pick, they grabbed running back out of North Carolina. Wide receiver from Mississippi, defensive tackle from Oregon, edge from University of South Carolina, Auburn receiver, tight end from Syracuse, guard from Georgia, safety from Clemson, and corner from Florida. I am going to give this one. I did not write down any of these grades.
A few moments later.
Okay. Sorry, had to write this stuff down. I think I got them right too. Yeah, looking at this draft, like, nothing screams at me here. I'm gonna give this a C. To be all honest, for the Chargers, it's like your first pick was a running back when you needed wide receivers, D lineman, edge, tight end. There was plenty of those out there at this stage. And it's like you grabbed wide receiver, defense tackle, so you didn't really start addressing your big needs until like the third round. You double up on receiver. You did get your tight end, a guard, a safety. It's like it looks like a lot of guys are just like, this almost feels like our first pick got taken and we did not know what to do, to me. So that's why I'm giving it a C. So yeah, so as we run down one last time, I gave the Broncos a B, I think. The Chiefs an A, the Raiders an A, and the Chargers a C. Well, like I started off very kind and friendly to a lot of these picks, but it's like when I look at the Chargers, knowing what their division is, it's like I would have gotten a couple more big guys. Like it's like it looked like, because like aren't they supposed to be like more of a run to pass offense, but they didn't add nothing to support that mentality. But that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.